7 Item Stone, I want to give you my thoughts and feelings about Rarity Collection 5 as a long time Yu-Gi-Oh fan, Yu-Gi Boomer. Okay, I came back in 2019, I've been following all this since. Seen the mistakes, seen the successes, right? Never forget the many dope products that they've put together and people have underestimated, right? I like to acknowledge that. I'm also highly critical of Konami because again, I've seen it all go down. I've seen them do the mistakes. And no person is more critical than me, I would say, I guess. I don't film a lot, I don't record a lot of videos, but when I do, I get to it, you know? So, a lot of people, a lot of Yu-Gi-Tubers, right? The culture, the Yu-Gi-Oh culture out there is saying stuff about this set, and I want to tell you something. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, I do, but I don't know why they're saying what they're saying. Saying that the Rarity Collection series of sets cannibalize core sets and deck build sets? Hey, I don't know if you know this, but no, they don't. You know, the problem with core sets and deck build sets being designed not so great is a separate issue that has nothing to do with Rarity Collection being so good that it's taking away from the other sets, right? That's not what's going on. You know, everybody complaining about $30 booster boxes, rightly so, you know, with stores losing money with Yu-Gi-Oh product. To me personally, I think the real problem with core and deck build sets is that Konami just refuses to adopt the OCG printing structure. I know there's an entire cultural difference, like a legal reason why America and other TCG territories don't work the same way the OCG in Japan does. I know, you know, there's a guaranteed chance of pull rates and all this stuff, but I think if they did adopt the printing structure for OCG products for the same sets that we're getting, there would be more desire. I mean, the OCG and Asian English sets for the same sets that we get are badass. I mean, there's multiple rarities inside of there, so I think that is the biggest issue and the biggest fault on Konami's part with those. But also, I'd like to put a little bit of blame on the community itself, right? You guys out there, you Yu-Gi-Tubers and the tastemakers, if you will. You know, this attitude that you guys have towards what you're obsessed with, right? What you're doing on the daily, you know, these guys are constantly doing this, you know, they're not normal people. They're not regular people. They're at this all the time. Could you imagine? Okay, so their perspective is crazy, especially the ones that are trying to make money at this, right? So as tastemakers, I think you guys should not kiss Konami's ass and embrace every set and embrace this set. If you don't like this set, I get it, right? But as far as Yu-Gi-Oh as a whole, the cards that are out there, I think it's up to you guys to make them special yourselves as is. And some people do. Real fans out there do. They love their quarter century rares, their starlights. They don't care how many prints there are. True collectors and true players who just like to buy whatever, if they can, when they can. Especially if they're ballers. And not everybody goes after the highly speculative cards, right? They go up and down, which is crazy to do in Yu-Gi-Oh because it goes up and down constantly with the meta shifting and all these trends, right? Some guy somewhere in Europe does some weird combo he figured out. Everybody's like, oh God, let me get those cardos, you know? So it's a lot, okay? But you guys need to stop worrying about, oh, they're wasting all the good stuff. They're wasting all these prints. They're printing everything in these rarity collections. Everything's losing value. It's like, hey, the stuff just got printed. It's not even printed yet. Rarity Collection 5, right? I mean, this stuff is still pretty recent. Give it some time. See where this goes. You guys are not investors. You guys are impatient speculators. And I understand with Rarity Collection 5, these goofy stamps, these goofy variety, special variety stamped cards, right? With the emojis on it, right? With the kanji, the Japanese on it. I think that's goofy, but some of them are actually pretty cool. And if you pull a Starlight, you're probably going to be pretty psyched. Okay, I mean, if I got that SDK Blue Eyes Zard kanji or whatever the hell that is, I mean, I'm going to be psyched. That's going to be like what? I don't know. Could be 80 bucks, could be 200 bucks. Depends. But everybody already is just like, this is stupid. Rarity Collection should not have this in here. And I first thought that too. But at this point, I'm like, hey, Rarity Collection was not supposed to exist past the first, right? The 25th anniversary version. Rarity Collection 2 was a mistake on Konami's part by making it so expensive. Like, it could have been really well received if they just didn't make it so much more expensive. Twice the price, basically, per pack. Booster boxes were like 118 MSRP. Really hurt a lot of shops out there with that one. They got greedy unnecessarily, of course. They were like, Rarity 1 did so well, let's bank on it with Rarity 2. And the cards in it just weren't calling that price. And then Bonanza was badass. It was amazing. They switched up the marketing for it, called it Bonanza instead of Rarity 3, even though the card ID says Rarity 3. And Stampede was also a good hit, but a lot of misses in that one too. A lot of unnecessary fluff. Stupid troll cards like Token Stampede, and instead of including some other cool nostalgia card like Thousand Eyes Restrict or Time Wizard or something cool. Seeing Rarity 5 just basically throw everything at the wall at this point, especially porting over and including the stamped edition and the special pack stamped cards, right? 2 sets in the OCG, one with 10 cards, one with 48. So potentially porting 58 of those cards, the stamped edition cards, into Rarity 5 kind of doesn't really bother me. I mean, yeah, a lot of those cards were in the other Rarity Collection sets, so I see your point there, but they're Starlights, so why are they just spitting out so many Starlights, hurting the Starlight market and the Quarter Century Secret Rare market at the same time? And it's like, hey, understand this. Extended art or overframe cards or fuller art cards, serialized cards are coming to Yu-Gi-Oh! Bro, in 2026, they're coming. Okay, they're coming. And if you're watching this in the future, they're here. Okay, and that's going to be a big deal, depending on how they do it, where they decide to put those, possibly in the core sets to bring in, again, that value that everybody's talking about that's missing, right? That's coming. And it could be in here, but I doubt it. But they do say on the page that there are other surprises in Rarity Collection 5 too, but more about that later. So that could have been an indicator for the overframe cards, right? Hey, we don't know. But again, I doubt it because there's only 80 cards in the main set for Rarity 5. Going back to a smaller size like Rarity 1 and 2, unlike Bonanza with the 290 or 280 and then Stampede with 293, right? Smaller main set and about 58 cards for the special variants, right? And there could be more stuff coming, right? And also those other 80 cards in the main set, or the other cards that haven't been shown, could be some real hitters, right? They always include tournament level cards and some old favorites. There's your nostalgia right there. There's your collector market right there. But again, the main point is it's going to be 2026 in April when this comes out. Hey, let's just get the last bit of Starlights and all this stuff printed out. Get the duelists the cards they need, which is always good. Great practices right there. You don't understand the collectors are pissed. You investors are pissed. You're cheesed. But don't worry. Bigger things are coming, and these things do have value. I mean, the crossout is hilarious. I mean, a lot of these stamp cards are pretty funny, and the art is dope, right? I'm really excited about Apprentice Illusion Magician. That's tight. I think it's going to be better than what people are giving it credit for. I doubted Bonanza. People are saying this is like Rarity Collection 2. I think this is going to be better than Rarity Collection 2. It's already at a lower price, right? $5.99 a pack or something like that. They're going to have retail exclusive boxes of this, tuck boxes. It's going to be a fun set, and it doesn't take away from the core sets. Again, separate issue. And currently, at the time of recording, there is not that many cards, again, for the main set that have been shown. Castura alone is enough for me. I'm like, that's hype. Castura is still strong. There's decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! That are 10 years old that get new support or are more recently made that still top events that surprise everybody. Right, that's why mementos are in here. 101YCS, and we've got a number C104 that everybody needs. Everybody's talking about, oh, it might be irrelevant by the time it comes out, or something. Some of these cards might be banned. It's like, whatever. Hey, there's going to be some casualties along the way. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! You guys know this, and I do think the Rarity series stops here at 5. Okay, until they do another anniversary edition for the 30th, possibly. And by then, those will include full arts. Who knows where we'll be at the 30th, right? But overall, I know overprinting is bad in Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, it hurts the value, especially when they do it so closely with sets like the Megatins, having a lot of stuff that Bonanza had, very close with each other. Stuff like that is crazy. But again, it's anniversary edition cards, quarter centuries, there's value in those. And I think people just need to put more emphasis on that, on these cards, you know? That's what really sells it. You got to sell this stuff. Can't just sell itself. It does. But if you're really trying to make money at it, I mean, tell people why it's special. Tell people why this PSA 10 quarter century version of this card that's also got a Starlight version is special beyond what you would just say on the surface level, right? Make a spectacle of this stuff. Does it make sense? I don't know. Makes sense to me. I mean, imagine a PSA 10, every version, every quote-unquote high rarity version of each card laid out in a sprawl and a spread. Take that to a show. There you go. People are like, what is that? Oh, this is cross out. This is literally one of the best spell cards, quick play spells in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever. There is a way to make modern cool. Again, Kashtira is what brought a lot of people in. At the height of Master Duel, everybody was kind of paying attention to Yu-Gi-Oh! Meanwhile, I think it was at a YCS, right? That YCS mirror match Kashtira when Kashtira's and tier limits were full power. People were really recognizing how crazy modern standard Yu-Gi-Oh! Was. And Chaos Angel and the other cards, I mean, dude, Chaos Angel's a damn good card, especially with Genesis. I don't know how many points it's at, but I mean, hey, it's a new time. I know it's hard to digest, but Konami has made improvements, and these sets are special sets. They're reprint sets. The core sets are new cards. The deck build sets are new cards. I mean, yeah, there's some reprints in it, right? Commons and rares or whatever you want. But the rarity sets don't take away from it. And I think it's going to be good. I'm going to open some. I'm going to open up some packs. I'm going to maybe get a box, okay, if I can afford it. And were the stamp edition alt arts from the OCG lazy with the zoom ins and just very minimal changes? Yeah, but again, this is the last hurrah before the overframe and the serialized cards come. And yeah, it might have been lazy on the TCG side to just port them over into something like Rarity Collection, you know, as the Rarity Collection series stands. Putting in something that's so gimmicky is kind of weird, but again, I kind of just don't care. Really, it's still going to be a fun set. But yeah, these YouTubers and these tastemakers online, I don't know, it really struck a chord with me. You know, it's been striking a chord with me, right? With their constantly complaining of cards losing value, calling each print shit, and this thing sucks. It's like, dude, that's why everybody says Yu-Gi-Oh's dying, because you're fucking killing it, dude. You're killing the vibe with that. So, bitch, don't kill my vibe. 7 I'm stoned. Rarity 5 is going to be pretty tight. I like it. I don't even care what else is in here. Let me know if I'm overly optimistic. Thanks for watching.